Howdy, partners. Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV. For the Crystal Palace, look at this. Not this one. This one. Look at this dodgy badge that we've got here. Um, that's the best we can find in a neon, I'm afraid. Crystal Palace versus West Ham, the penultimate friendly before the season starts. We've got obviously a home friendly next week. So we fly back from the USA. We did play earlier on. We played in uh, a behind closed doors friendly, and it saw the return of Jared Bowen and Lucas Paquetá, of all people. Yeah, so it was what the hell? Okay, well, fuck it, we'll remove that then. We can't go live on Twitter apparently. Um, yeah, so we played earlier on in a behind closed doors friendly. A couple of first teamers played. A couple have got to play tonight apparently, which is a bit crazy. But it did receive a return of Jared Bowen and Lucas Paquetá into the starting lineup. Bowen scored, by the way, and so did Cornet, which is a fucking miracle to be quite honest with you, because I see Cornet the last couple of weeks. But listen, we've got some. Listen. Does anyone know where we're going to watch this game? Because somebody said to me we can pay via an app, so I'm gonna have to have a look into paying for it. But why are we paying for this shit? Now, why are we paying for this shit? I thought it was just going to be on the YouTube channel. I didn't really know that they wanted you to pay for this sort of stuff. But let's have a look. Crystal Palace versus West Ham. West Ham stream. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Um, yeah. By the way, we did return yesterday. Of course, the boys returned with a cracking Friday night punt. We have had a few months off, myself especially. Um, listen, life gets in the way. I'm afraid, and listen, I've had a couple of a couple of shit months. I had a lot of shit to deal with. I've dealt with it now. Or what I can deal with. So we're back. We're back creating content, and we will see what happens. You can stream it via the West Ham app. Right, let's have a look at this then, because I do want to get into uh, West Ham TV. Is that right? Are they going to show it? West Ham TV? No. Let's get one of these over there so we can read the chat while we're doing it. But I don't, Nicky. I've just tried to go on the West Ham app, but I don't know. I don't have a video package or something. I don't know. We'll find it. Yeah, but yeah. As I said, we've had a couple of shit months. I just had to take a couple of months away. We've had to drop everything, but everything is dealt with now. We're going to be back to creating regular content. But let's have a look. See, we're going to find this this stream. Obviously, there was big news earlier on. Right, somebody just sent me something. Let's let's try this. Obviously, we signed Somerville from Leeds. Came in earlier, all signed, sealed, delivered. Um, Good signings, man. And I got to say this. I got to say this. I'm gonna Richard. I'm going to talk about that in a second. That Richard just said they want to charge £4.99 by the West Ham app because of the lost revenue to the home friendly next week because of their short-sighted greed. But we'll talk about that a bit later, I'm sure. Right, let's have a look at this stream. We'll get this going. There isn't going to be any. There isn't going to be any. Wait a minute. There we go. Right, 10 o'clock. Reputation platinum. Don't know what the fuck's going on there. Agree? No, we don't want to do that. Oh God. Right. Do you know what? If there's a way to pay for it, I'd rather just pay for it rather than trying to use these stream. I can't stand the adverts, man. I can't stand them. What's going on? Uh, right, let's hope that works. I don't hope it works. Well, it's gonna be a fucking shit watch along, that's for sure. Yeah, it was on someone from Leeds. Listen, I've got to say, we're doing some good business, man. Like it's it's really like shrewd business as well. Max Kilman coming in. We've got the Fulkrug stuff going on. We've got the Duran stuff going on. Rodriguez looked like he's signed up. Um, they're still looking at Sommer. They're looking at Endo from Liverpool. Listen, I think the Tim Steidten and Lopetegui revolution is on. Like, there's obviously a good plan behind it all. There's obviously a good plan behind it all, and yeah, it looks like we're going to see a whole new team. Which, to be fair, it needed to be done. I was even hearing today that Fulkrug and right, is this it? Right, what's going on here? Show me adverts. Is anyone else seeing adverts? Anyone? Well, I think that's it. No, no. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Josiah Moth, Green Moth said he's going to Barbados. Well done, mate. Yeah, I'm not giving West Ham a fiver. Sorry, but I'm not. Or I am. I am going to give them a fiver. That's because it's the only legal way to watch it. Definitely going to give them a fiver. We're going to be kicking off in a minute. Oh, but these fucking adverts are terrible, man. Just like Green Moth says, thoughts on a new home kit. I got to say, I'm not going to buy it, but I love it. I love it. I love the new home kit, and I've got to say, even I love the new away kit. It's all um, yeah, it's all good stuff, man. They're good shirts this year. That little detail in the bow bells behind the black shirt is really nice. But listen, man, I found one of the 2025 shirts I had the other day. Um, yeah, I think we all need a link, Lawrence. If anyone's got a link, a working link, send it over because I'm not paying these fuckers a fiver. They've already robbed me of enough fucking money this year. Um, Yeah, I found a 2025 shirt, the centenary shirt, and it was 55 quid. And I went into the shop the other day, and it's 75 quid. I mean, these price increases that they've got going on at the minute, like everything with the concession stuff, and the boys spoke about that on Friday Night Pint. They are really fucking milking it at the minute, man. Listen, I've just bought my boy a season ticket. When I put him on the list, it was 99 quid. It ended up costing me 780 quid to get him into the ground this year. It's fucking disgusting, you know what I mean? Like, and I know a lot of people can't. Um, it's on Premier Sports 2. I mean, how the fuck do you get in Premier Sports 2? Is that an English thing? Oh dear. Let me have a bite of my penguin. Yeah, I'm not paying for pre-season. I'm not fucking. I'm not surprised, mate. You shouldn't have to pay for pre-season. These fuckers, they won't let you. They won't let you rest. They've lost money from next week's friendly because of their greed. and all they're trying to do is make it up. Absolutely disgusting. Right, let's find a link. It's going to be kicking off in a minute. Dilsing says he wouldn't pay 99p. No, I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. I've given these fuckers enough of my money, to be honest. To view this media, you need to register. I won't be registering, that's for sure. Leanne, how do you watch it on? Is it free on Being? Have you got to have a subscription? Lord Almighty. Oh dear. We'll find it. Don't worry. I assumed it was just going to be on the 1-0 down already. Right, let's get this one up. This is fucking brilliant. 21 seconds, apparently. We're 1-0 down. Here we go. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it on. Yeah, it is 1-0. 1-0 down. We've got a free kick on the left. Yeah, being sports. People keep on saying being. I don't even know what the fuck being sports is. Let's be. I'll be honest. Right, it's got a free kick in. I mean, I know that this is not going to be what we line up in for the first game of the season. I mean, we've got these the second game of the season, haven't we? Palace, but we've. I know this ain't going to be the lineup, but we've got to sort out that defence. I mean, listen, I've seen some good attacking intent in the friendlies, but we've got to sort out this defence, man. This defence. I mean, even from last season, we used to play defensively, and you know, we can see it. We shipped 5 to these at the end of last season. So they're in good form. Oh, Antonio here. Oh, ref. Let's have a look at this again. Wait. Antonio knocks it. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Do you know what that is? Exactly the same as that Newcastle penalty last year. You know the one where Calvin Phillips tried to kick it away and who was it? Anthony Gordon, wasn't it? He got his foot there. That was exactly the same as that. That was a penalty. Never mind. Listen, it's the results are not important, but we've got to sort out this defence. And as I said, I don't think this is going to be our sort of starting lineup. We definitely won't. We've got some great attacking talent now, but we've got to get this defence sorted out. Got to. Everyone got a Red Bull and stuff. Anyone gonna watch SummerSlam? Do you know what? Why I'm up, I might give it a watch. Give, WrestleMania a watch. I used to like wrestling. I'm not too, like, keen on it anymore. So they've got says you can watch it for free on the West Ham app if you've got a Android device. Got another free kick in his box. Someone's just got a yellow card for arguing. Who is it? But, listen, Somerville coming in today. Oh, James Ward-Prowse, come on, man. I can't believe we haven't seen a Ward-Prowse free kick this season. Honestly, I can't believe it. But yeah, it's going to be all change. I mean, this it's going to be exciting. Pacatar, Jared Bowen, Kudus, Somerville, possibly Fulkrug, possibly Duran. I mean, it could be both of those. Max Tillman at the back. Who plays like Wan-Bissaka? I forgot about him. Rodriguez. We're gonna have good depth this year. What strike from Palace or acrobatics save? Acrobatic save, I'd say at best. Fabianski. Yeah, it was a shocking free kick, to be fair. But how is every I mean, I know there's listen, we're not gonna get the numbers that we normally get on Friday Night Pint and that because it's, midnight on a day and everyone's either out, um, we're abed because they're not paying a fiver to watch this shite. But Paquetá was on the bench there. Did you see that? But what's everyone been up to? Chance here for Palace again? Too easy. No one closing him down. Mavropanos is struggling a little bit. That was the first one. Look at this. Look at the space they're getting inside the box. Look, there's no press here. Look. Yeah, has everyone been okay? Has everyone had a good summer? Anyone want to discuss anything? What's been going on in your lives? Thank you very much, Tommy. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. To be honest with you, it's oh, again. I don't know. I'm eating a penguin, by the way. Isn't look? That's an old school thing. I bought these penguins the other day. One listener said to me, "Who the fuck buys penguins anymore?" To be fair, I don't really see them, but no, I saw loads of these in the meetings, as you can see. Oh, it's nice to see you as well, mate. Thank you very much, T Boys TV. Thank you very much. Good to see you doing Watchalong. Good to see you joining me, mate. Thank you so much for joining me. I know there's a lot of people that have been doing, consistent watchalongs, consistent content over the summer, and we haven't been around. So I appreciate everyone that's in this room now. I appreciate it. Antonio, go on, Mickey. Go on, Mickey. Oh, he's fucked it. I love a penguin, innit? Wagon wheels. Listen, Gary, are wagon wheels bigger, smaller than I remember, or are we just bigger? Because when I remember picking out a wagon wheel. Now I used to pick out a wagon wheel, and I really don't really see them anymore. But they seem to be about that fucking big. When I was a kid. I said they've been munching on that shit for ages. Now get them out now. I think they're a little bit smaller than a digestive. Mint Viscounts, whoa, mate, they're naughty biscuits, they are. And I'm not a mint lover, to be fair. Like, I wouldn't choose mint ice cream or anything like that. Lawrence Watkins says, "How we looking?" Um, yeah, we're getting into the game, but defensively, we're looking a bit open. Stadiums are fucking empty. Like, no, I said this about this game the other day with the Wolves that we lost. The weather, that was dangerous. That was fucking dangerous. The weather. Them storms over in Florida are nothing to be fucking messed with, and they should have called it off. Especially with a 2-hour delay and everything else. Fans struggling to get there. Wet pitches. Um, yeah, it should have been called off, but this is how much money it brings in for like all these countries and all that. And I've discussed this on obviously I don't know if you know, but I'm a regular guest on DR Sports. But I've discussed these things on DR Sports. I'm not a lover of these tournaments, like, and the pitches are shit. The pitches are shit. The weather was shit. It was dangerous. Um, Listen, and I know there's guys over in Tampa. I've been to see the guys in Tampa, done a bit of content with him, quite a few years ago now. Um, but it's all about money. You know what I mean? Like, and when good 1-2 there from Palace. It's all about money for them, and they don't, and they won't look. But look at the amount of people in the fucking stadium. There's no interest in it. Listen, I know, like, there's quite a few American Hammers. I know quite a few American Hammers. I've been out with quite a few American Hammers. Um, but look at the stadium. Look at it. It's empty. It's fucking empty. No doubt about it. Unless you're Man United, Liverpool, there's not the interest there. JT says it's crazy that the World Cup's in America next. It is, considering that we've hosted it in '66. Listen, I've always said this, and we've bid quite a few times. What's coming in? I've said this quite a few times as well. Um, they had it in '94. Oh, what? Camera disconnected there. They had it in '94. They had the World Cup in '94. We haven't had the World Cup since '66. Yeah, I know we hosted some of the Euros and all of that sort of thing. We haven't had the World Cup since '66. If there was going to be a World Cup held tomorrow, we're the country in the world that hold it tomorrow. They ain't already sort of had a recent World Cup. Like, so, in terms of stadiums and all that, we could hold a World Cup tomorrow, no problem. We've got the transport links. So how America have got it again? What's it, 30 years later? And we haven't had it. Bear in mind, go on, that's good play there. Go on, do this, do this, do this. Ah, he took it too far. Um, Now they've got it again. Mexico had it in '86, and they've got it again um, with the USA. So how 30 years later they've got it again, and we haven't had it, and we are the birthplace of football. Football was born in this fucking country. I don't care what they say in Switzerland or wherever their fucking FIFA headquarters are. Football was born in this country. This is where it originated. It's not originating in Brazil. It didn't originate in America. It didn't originate anywhere in Africa. It didn't you know anywhere in the Far East. It originated in this country, and we haven't had it since '66. It's a joke, really, to be honest with you. We've had Qatar, and I know these were good World Cups. Qatar, um, Russia, it really shouldn't have been in Russia, but again, it was a good World Cup. But we haven't had it. We haven't got the bid. We've got the infrastructure in this country. Got it. There we go. Of course, it's money, 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 money. Even this country's about it's always money, 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 money. To be fair, I think that. Same in Paris, you've got the Olympics at the moment. Good out there. Um, there's a couple of nonsense going on in the world, but JT thought the Qatar World Cup was rubbish. Listen, do you know what, right? The Qatar World Cup, listen, it was in December. Yeah, I quite liked it. I quite liked it around the Christmas time, and I didn't think I would, right? And I slagged it off and all this sort of thing. The only thing I didn't, I didn't, um, sort of agree with is some of their fucking stances against gay people and that. My brother's gay, you know what I mean? And, like, I somebody called me woke earlier for a video we done, a little while back with a Pride of Irons. Listen, it's close to my heart. My brother is gay, gay man. So, like, anything like that, I can't, I can't justify it, you know? Same as, like, Gary Lineker and all of them guys, they couldn't justify it. But, in terms of the tournament at Old Palace, oh, good save, Fabianski. That was nearly 2-0 there. Uh, Henry Jacobs, what's the score, please? It's 1-0 Palace, mate. I'll keep you updated. But, uh, yeah, I haven't got all the fucking graphics and stuff. I mean, Lawler's in bed. I think he's watching it in bed. I was up late last night. Even for the Euros this year, no, no, sorry. In terms of Qatar, I know people that was out in Qatar, sort of covering bits and pieces in it. And the good thing is about the Qatar thing, yeah, is that you can get to every game. Like, the country's so small, they could literally skip from one game to the next game to the next game to the next game. Like, you'll see it next year, in a couple of years when the World Cup is. You're gonna have one game in New York City, say, and then the next game will be in Mexico City, and then the next game after that's gonna be in, Quebec. But, in terms of, like, the timing, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good little, um, break for the season. What's going on with his camera? It was a good little break for the season, but Judas didn't cut him. He's looked sharp this year, Kudus. Yeah, I thought it was a good little break for the season. Um, but there is fuck's sake, there is some question marks about about the validity and all that. Jack Jack Ramsey, look, what's the fuck's going on with his strings? All of a sudden, it's fucking froze. Um, I'm happy the way we're playing at the moment, and we still have Eze, Mateta, Walton, Gahey, Munoz to come back. Big up, Nicky. Yeah, man, you're doing really well. Form teamer last year. By the end of it, like, by a long way. You know, good players. Um, very good player. Gahey in the Euros was excellent. To be fair, I've always rated Gay, to be honest. And you got Eze and that. I know you've lost Elise, but listen, the manager's doing good work there. Really good work. Get the string going back again. There we go. Is it hot out there? Is anyone in Tampa, by the way? I guess you're not in Tampa, because if you was in Tampa, you'd be there, wouldn't you? Let's be fair. To be honest, I enjoyed the Russia World Cup more than any in recent times. How we positioning low block or pressing? We're not low block, that's for sure. We're high up the pitch, but it's just a little bit discontented. I think I don't see. So I know they've got to get minutes, but Cresswell's finished for me. I don't know why they've given him a new contract. Antonio's our main press up front, but we're not low block. Look, we've got Soufal here is winning the ball on the halfway line. Play that. That's a foul, surely. Nope. 27 in Tampa, it's 85% humidity. Oh, mistake. Oh, Mickey Antonio. Listen, that's a good finish by Mickey, yeah? That's a fucking good finish by Mickey, but they're the ones he misses. They're the ones he misses. It's very similar to the goal, that we gave away against Wolves. Discussion is looking for a new right back for Soufal. Listen, I like Soufal. Stand still in football, He's aging. He's been here a few years now, Soufal. Been here quite a few years, as a matter of fact. Look at this. So, Anderson, what are you doing? That is a what? I mean, I don't mean to be funny, right? Let me just see this again. He's had one look over his shoulder. What the fuck is he doing there? I can't even gather. Like, if you look at the way he swings his leg, he was never even if he connected with it, he was never going to get enough purges on that to get it over. What was he doing? Yes, we did score it. It's should I put? I'll put a little banner up, just to put the score up. Do you know what? I didn't see the Palace go, but I'll put our goal scorer up. So I know it's not going to be the greatest, but there we go. There we go. A ball from Kudus. Nicky Lee to let us know. Mate. Yeah, I did talk about it. I was saying it was a good finish. How we stand up tonight? Where is everyone, by the way? Are we all in England? Are we scattered around the place? Are we stand up? Who's that in the Arsenal shirt? Why'd they let him in? Right, it's gone back to the goal. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Has anyone seen the new Australia, mate? Denmark, South London, Portugal. I'm in England, Lexington, and Kentucky. Do you know what? I'd love to go to the Kentucky Derby. Something I've always wanted to do, the Kentucky Derby. Seems to be quite a few people having a little bit of fun over at in Tampa at the minute, throwing the ball around. South London, but in Stratford upon Avon in the Cotswolds. Oh, lovely, lovely. Oh, Hammerheads out there. How the fuck did they pack that costume? Shawnee S says in Lawless's backyard. But brother, you got to be careful. He's never come out. He fucking should batter you with a fucking serving spoon. Do you know what? You say that, Josiah, yeah? I'm telling you now, I've been watching it. I went and watched the Dagenham and Redbridge game. Um, I'm telling you, the passing, some of the passing is you can see what's happening in the way we're playing. It's a lot more slick. I'm telling you, when you get all these players together, we've got. I think we're going to have a decent season. Do I remember Herbie the Hammer? Yeah, I do remember Herbie the Hammer. Do you remember the Magic Sponge? Kaylin says Dagenham Rovers is a good day out. Lovely goal from Irving. Yeah, it was a cracker. It was an absolute cracker. I was right behind it as well. See it going in. Go on. I'll tell you what, he's magic. Kudos, he's magic. How do we think? Let's just put this out there quickly. How do we think that Lucas Paquetá's on the fair this year? I mean, obviously, like he's had 2 years in a row now. That Man City deal was fell through. He looks like it's dead in the water. He's still got this thing hanging over him. He had a poor end to the season last season. Um, we all thought it was because he was leaving. It came out that he was obviously worried about these charges. Is he going to come back the same player? Because I'm telling you now, right? If you look at Somerville, if you look at someone like Fulkrug, look like even how sharp Danny Ings is. Ings scored earlier, by the way. Fulkrug, that was close. All of these attacking players, if they all click, tell you what, that's going to be a force to be contended with. Lucas Paquetá is class. On his day, he's class. When he's on his ball, he's class. Kudus, he's class. Antonio's an option to bring off the bench, but I don't think he should be starting. But if we can get some of these players, Somerville, listen, that's a Bowen. That's Bowen time Mark II. I'm telling you now. Bowen Mark II. Bowen we picked up from Hull, best player in the championship at the time. Listen, he's come invaluable to us. Just come back from the Euros, got to a Euros final. Listen, I know he didn't play much, but just to get in the squad, with the talent that they've got at England, I think it's an achievement. The same as sort of like Walton, the same as Eze, the same as all of them guys. It's an achievement to get into the squad. But I think he's electric. Somerville, he's electric. Water break at the moment. Looks like it's raining again. I hope it's not storming. Which the storms are nothing to mess with, as Will Smith says. Welcome to Miami, but that's in Tampa, but not too far away. If he can have a good season, he can't afford to down tools like last year. We've got replacements. Could see Somerville taking Paquet's place. Paquetá seemed to have some attitude problems towards the end of this last season. I'll tell you what, he's looked good for us during pre-season. Kamala, can't believe we got him on a free. Yeah, man, good player, really good player. He hit the ground running last year, didn't he? At the end of the season. My wife's left me some sweets down there. Let's have a look. Well, I say my wife's left me some sweets, and I'm sure she hasn't left them for me. I'm sure she's just left them hanging around. But now, nice pinballs. I don't like the cola ones. No, fuck off. Light rain was due the second half. They're just having a little break at the minute, so I'm going to have a little Malwam pinball. See if I just says, who do you think will win? I don't think it really matters. If I'm honest. Maybe give a shit. Leanne Webber Price says, I should be going to bed because I'm going on holiday early in the morning, but I should watch the rest of the match tonight. Leanne, if you think you need to go to bed, go to bed. It ain't that deep. Palace have a corner. We're back from the water break now. Oh, good defending. That's poor though. Like, that's a free header there. Second ball got to be better. Go on. Oh, kudos. Kudos picks up the ball in the halfway line, start driving at the defence, open up for him a little bit. But a poor shot. Is that corner though? I'm very conscious about the chewing. Is it loud? I don't want to fucking be spitting down them like the horse. Watching for South Africa, I'm a huge West Ham supporter. Really hope they win because I bet a lot on them. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Bet responsibly. Oh, shoot. Oh, who was that? Soufal having a little sneaky little strike from the edge of the box there. Corner come in, headed away. Soufal on the edge of the box. Never scored, Soufal. Never scored. I think I'm right in saying that. I don't remember him scoring anyway, if he has. Jack Ramsey says it's been a quite a decent open game. To be fair, yeah, it's I think both teams are just filling each other out a little bit. It's all about good getting some good minutes under the belt. I want to see but this is the thing that worries me, especially when there's World Cups and like Euros and international tournaments. At the end of the season, yeah, um, you're waiting for your players to come back. You've got to get to a point, especially when there's a new manager. You've got to get to a point where you've got, next week we've got to get to a point where we're playing what we presume is the first team. Yeah, we haven't seen the likes of Paquetá bowing back with a squad. Listen, I know they had long Euros, but it is what it is, isn't it? Like they have to have an holiday. But especially when you're trying to get used to a new player, a new manager, sorry, a new style. You want them players back quick, and you want them like I haven't seen what I perceive to be his first team yet. Dexter Austin says, "Are you boycotting the Betway Cup game next week? Concessions situations a disgrace." Dexter, yes, I will be. Edge of the box. Oh, Paul Prowse. Yes, I will be. I won't be going. I'm going to be around the stadium. I'm going to be making some content. I might be talking to people about the concessions, as a matter of fact. But yes, the concession stuff is a joke. Go and see what I talked about it on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. And the boys spoke about it on Friday Night Pint last night. I think what they're doing is an absolute disgrace, West Ham. I think, I know that there's a couple of our subscribers, people like Chris Mills, a couple of the supporters groups as well. They're trying to do something about it, but I think it's very short sight from the club. I think, the reason. Oh my God, he's missed it. How the fuck did he miss that? Who fell? This come out of nowhere, right? I'm sure that was who fell. Is it the post from the right wing, and it's fell to Emerson, and Emerson somehow put it wide? I've got to see that again. He's on the byline, Soufal. Is it the bar? Comes to Emerson, and he's put it wide. How has he done that? Oh, just strike it there. Headed wide as well. I thought that was going to be Soufal's first goal. On the byline, he was. He's done the keeper. He's fell to Emerson, who's got. It's just a poor first touch. Poor first touch. Hammerhead's fuming. I'll have another sweet after that. It was exciting. First bit of excitement I've had. What we up minute? We're up to 35th minute. Goodness again. West Ham are getting back into the game now. We're causing them a few problems. Palace ain't really been in our half this in the last sort of 5-10 minutes. We're pressing high. Interested to see that Potts has played every pre-season game. Yeah, I think there's big plans for Potts this season. I say if there's going to be a starter, it's got to be him. On a pitch level that looks horribly bobbled, I must say about the pitches. Yeah, but going back to the concessions, as I said, the boys spoke about it on post-match pint. I know that the supporters group's been sort of speaking about it, but football's about community. When I first went to football, and you've got to know this as well, and they do know it because they grew up and they've given concessions. Look, Newham is one of the most impoverished. Newham is where I was born. It's I don't live there now, but it's home for me. But Newham is one of the most impoverished places with very working class areas, very poor areas. One of the highest rates of poverty in the whole country. And they've decided to take these concessions away. Listen, when I grew up, my mum grew up a single mother, and our parents were separated, and money was hard to come by. It's fucking even harder to come by now. Good tackle. It's even harder to come by now. And I would never have gone to the football if I could, if it wasn't affordable. And I'm talking about 2-3 quid. I think I played my first game I went to was Sunderland. My dad never took me to the football when I was growing up. He never took me, never went. He didn't take me till a lot later. It was my friends, and money was hard to come by, and money's tight at the moment. We didn't have the money for fucking to go to the football. My mum didn't have the money to take me to the football. My dad didn't have the money to take me to the football. Money was hard to come by. We lived in poor areas with poor family. And the same things happening these days. Even worse these days. And the 80s were was a tough time. Good boy over the top. So to get to the point now where I know why they've done it, and I know why they've done it. But it's all other Premier Leagues, clubs have done this as well, and I know why they've done it because they're on their way out, and they're just sort of like trying to, they don't have to listen to the backlash anymore. But to take that concession away from kids and OAPs. OAPs are the people that have been there all the time. But the kids are the future, And when we was, and it's all about wording. When we went, he said that it was going to be affordable football. Now they've had £99 season tickets. They've kept up to band 5 and 6 for these cheap season tickets, and they've jacked up everything else. I've just had one for my boy. My boy has been on the list for a little while. In terms of, I don't know what keeps on happening to his camera. In terms of being on a waiting list, we finally got offered it this year. I can't move my seat, and he can't get the concession season ticket, so it's going to cost me 780 quid to take my boy. If my mum had to pay 780 quid back in the 80s, I would have never have gone, and I would more than likely I would have been a Leyton Orient supporter. I know this sounds fucking stupid, yeah, but probably the best thing in terms of the pricing that could happen is that we went down. Because if we went down, they'd come fucking all of these people that they've attracted in, all of these people that only come to and bought the tickets, to see the Premier League era. They'd all fuck off and leave the real supporters there. And when the real supporters are there, the next generation are not going. There's other clubs around, man. Like there's you know why is somebody going to take their kid to see? Like, let's face facts. If you're living in London, you can get to Tottenham, you can get to Arsenal, you can get to Chelsea. It's not that it's if it's about the same price, and the dad can't afford it. Why are they going to follow West Ham? They might as well go and follow one of them other clubs. It's like it's so short sighted by the club, but it's short sighted by the club because these people are not going to be there for much longer. They're not going to be there for much longer. But fans need to start. They need to start. How can we? How can they be squeezing this shit out of us in a climate like this? And you've got players on the pitch and agents and all that are earning obscene amounts of money. Obscene amounts of money. Somebody said it was only bringing an extra £600,000 a year. You could save that by stop paying Danny Ings for a month. It's a lot of money to me. It's a lot of money to you. It's a lot of money to these families. To them, it's nothing. And that is telling that the fact that they're willing to fuck you all over, for in the grand schemes of things, nothing. They're willing to fucking fuck the future to stop you from, like, one of the most beautiful things in the world is going for the first time with your son to the football. There's people that have had their kids on season ticket waiting lists that have had to turn it down because they can't afford it. It's disgraceful. Like, and we need to fight back. So, like, if you've got even if you've got a ticket for that fucking Betway Cup game, make a statement. Look, they've shut 2 stands. That's how serious people are about it. But don't go to that game, man. Show them. But listen, I'm a fucking hypocrite because I do go to all the games. I'm a fucking hypocrite. I bought the season ticket at 780 quid. I'm a fucking hypocrite. I make content. And I should be leading these things. But in terms of the everyday working man, fucking, if you're doing it, fucking do it. You, you protest with your feet. That's what I would say. Quest Wells couldn't be caught out again, yeah. Crossing the box. Oh, mate, how's he missed that? How has he missed that? Oh, that was close. That was Palace chance, by the way. Good ball in. I was on the end of it. So no one's going to the Betway Cup game. As far as I know, they've only sold 11,000 tickets. They've shut 2 stands. Go on, Mickey. Kalen says, I really do hope that the Betway Cup game is a record low turnout. It looks like it's going to be, to be fair. It looks like it's going to be. 134 of you watching, guys. Let's see how many likes we've got and stuff. People say I've got to ask for the likes. Listen, I've been doing YouTube a long time. I still don't ask for the likes. 48 likes. Man, come on. There's that's good. That's a good turnout for 137 people watching. Everyone leave a like on the game. Coming up, the Express halftime show. Only on Express on Roku. What the fuck's the Express halftime show? Halftime show. Yeah, there's still all right Jack fans out there. Some listen, we've got a lot of them fans. I'm all right Jack fans. Listen, I've been in sort of focus groups with fan supporters, and people that are are claiming to represent a wider a wider sort of represent a wider fan base that the wide world. And the geezer come in and he asked about he said his season ticket was too far away and he wanted it moved, and when they moved it he walked out to fucking meet him. And this is a geezer that's meant to be representing, like, he's meant to be the voice for fans. Got a lot of fans like that. They're people that cause a divide. Half time. 1-1 at half time. Listen, now I think there are with fan groups and stuff. Listen, I've been involved in all that shit. I've had to duck out of that shit. I get asked a lot of times to sort of like endorse these fan groups, but I can't. I can't anymore because there's too much of a divide. There is too many I'm all right Jack people. There's too many people that have got their fucking tongue firmly up some of the fucking bald's asses, and because they get what they want, and you can't do that, man. You can't do that. You know, there's no true representation. Well, there was a bill passed in the last, when they done the sort of like the new laws, saying there's got to be more family involvement in running football clubs and that, but chosen by independent people. I might go for that, man. I might go for that because at the moment, I think in terms of like what the club are listening to, it's an echo chamber. They're choosing each other. They're independent people, the people that they know. They're not independent. They're not independent at all. Have we signed Messi yet? Listen, we're going to win the quadruple next year. Will there be fan cams at the Betway Cup game? We'll see. We'll see. I'll be around. But I'm just not going to the game out of principle. But I will be at the real game. I've already paid for that. We should see some subs at half time. Let's see if got a little video to run. What's this? Let me run this. Sorry, I just had to tidy up a couple of things. There should be a video to run. Dan should have uploaded a video to run, but it doesn't look like he's. It doesn't look like he's fucking put it on there. Never mind. I was going to go and get a drink and I didn't want to just leave it, but yeah, who Brazilian lad, like, forgot about him. We talk about all these signings. I forgot all about him. Lee Crisp says, you guys have got a gem of a player in Somerville. Very excited about Somerville. Really excited about him. Really, really excited by him. Listen, we got a cracker of a player. When you talk about the championship, listen, there's cracking players in the championship. Phone him up. I'm using the phone as a camera. Because I would fucking phone. Do you know what? Let me see if I can phone him. Let me see. My phone and my Mac must be on the same Wi-Fi network. Why? Let's see if I can text him. Never mind. It's not that important. It is 1-0, by the way. Sorry, 1-1. Palace scored just after 26 seconds. And we equalised through a mistake. Anderson mistake, and Mickey Antonio got in and put it away. Just leave and go and get your drink, Nicky. Other channels would. No, I'm not going to do that. No, there's a drink just there. Look, I'll get it at some point, I'm sure. Might need a wee. So if you see me doing it, I might be pissing in a bottle. Nicky, do I think Soufal looks rattled? Tommy Skinner says Nicky thoughts on Max Kilman. He's got to settle, mate. Yeah, listen, I thought he was a good player. I wanted Max Kilman. A lot of money we paid for him. But I think he'll settle in all right. But I think he's got to find a partner. That miss from Emerson was unbelievable. There was one where this chance, Soufal's gone out on the byline. He's crossed it in. He's hit the bar. He's almost hooked it in. He's hit the bar. It's fell to Emerson, who's had a poor touch. But then up the other end, Jordan Ayew's missed a fucking. Mr. Sitter as well. Josiah Green, Moff says, Nicky Abby Summers saying that West Ham are selling small club is a bit out of order. What she know? That's fuck all. That's fuck all about West Ham. I love Abby. I work with Abby, as you've seen on stuff. But, when it comes to West Ham, those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, as they say. They've won nothing. We've won nothing. Well, we have won something. But I listen to Tottenham fans when it comes to West Ham. Bought a ticket and a train fare from Norwich to watch the Betway game before the boycott. Gutted. Old pensioner just cannot go. No, mate. Listen, if you fault it out and it's the only thing you're going to do, go and enjoy the game. You know what I mean? Like if you've already paid out the money, it's tough for you to do that. Go and enjoy the game. There's enough people. I think people made their point. Some protest is at the end of the day, it's not. No one's right, no one's wrong. It's an opinion. All respect, love Soufal's hustle, but can't handle the fast young lads on his side. Yeah, I love Soufal, man. He's one of my favourite players. He's as honest as the day is long. He really is. I have no idea what that saying means, by the way. He's as honest as the day is long. But he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle against it. Some of these pacey wingers, skillful wingers, he does struggle against them. He does struggle. Yeah, I reckon he's fell asleep, Lawless. That's what I reckon. That's why I reckon he's fucking ain't put this video clip in here. But oh dear, I didn't want it to go away. Cheers, Dan. Tommy Skinner says, Defo, it looks like he can control the back line, but there's any sign decent with him. Other centre backs on mistakes waiting to happen. Listen, I went to fucking hell. I went to the Dagenham Bridge game, as I say. It was the only one I went to this season. Zouma. Listen, Zouma's a good player. Zouma is a good player. That geezer played 45 minutes, and I've been saying this. I've got knee injuries. Yeah. So if you're new around here, about 17 years ago, I'd say now. I was only a young man at the time, 24. I was a football player, not professional or anything, but it was a big part of my life. Me and my friends, me, Ryan, Scotty, Graham, we used to play with the same football club. Went on a football tour to Jamaica, and I had an accident. I had a jet ski accident, and it was bad. It was bad, and it sort of like um it sort of like fucked my knees. I was in hospital for 6 months, had to learn how to walk again and all that sort of stuff. And knees were fucking shattered. Every bone in the bottom of bottom half of my body was broken from my fucking thighs to my ankles to every fucking ligament's gone. Yeah, in my knees, everything was snapped in half. And I know what dodgy knee pain looks like, and I know what it looks like when you're trying to walk. And he's got all of the same the same sort of motions in walking. I know you get through it, and I know the pain it is, and I know the recovery times, blah 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 blah. So I can see that his knees are fucked. I can see just by the way he walks that his knees are fucked. I can see by the way he pulls his socks up constantly over his knees that it's offering him some support. I'm not stupid. It's not it's stupid, but I've got experience in that. Um, His knees are fucked, right? And he come out after 45 fucking minutes playing against Dagenham and Redbridge with two of the biggest ice packs I've ever seen strapped to both of his knees. Zouma, with all due respect, is finished. It's a Ledley. It's not finished. He's going to play for a little while longer, but it's a Ledley King type injury. It's a Jack Collison type injury. It's the type of injury that you can't train. As you get older, you can't train. You don't recover as quickly. You need to have these fucking ice packs strapped to your knees. Your mobility goes, then your sort of reactions go. I know what it's like. I've suffered it. Listen, I'm not at a professional level. Wasn't at a professional level, but at 24, I had them injuries. I never played again. Never. That was it. 24, I was done and dusted. Never played football again at any sort of competitive level. I wasn't a pro, I still had to go to work. There wasn't trying to get me through. But I know when that time comes, them injuries, they start to catch up with you. Them knee injuries, you can't keep on going on them. You can't. And then you start to lose the reaction times, you start to lose the mobility. Listen, even when I'm walking sometimes, I want to walk and my knees won't go. It's like my brain wants it. I'm like, right, let's come. But it's just the mobility in them. Like I lost a lot of flexibility in one of my knees. One of my knees was bad. I lost about 60% of the way it bends. It looks like you could have some of that as well in terms of the way it bends, which really makes you struggle. If it overstretches it, it strains it, and it's really, really painful. So yeah, man, like his time's nearly done, I'm afraid. But yeah, it is what it is. Just find someone. Look, Aguero's look decent, but I don't think Aguero wants to be here. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Aguero wants to be here. And I think if they got a decent offer, I think he'd go. Nick, please, Zuma's time has passed. Can't trade him out to put him in the obvious sub position like last year. Listen, yeah, that's all well and good. Saying that, like put him in the sub position, but we can't we can't be paying people £100,000 a week to sit on the bench. We ain't that club. Do you know what I mean? We ain't that club. I'll have another chocolate. It's naughty, isn't it? No, fuck it, I'm gonna. If you like a lot of chocolate, no, that's not fucking the song, is it? That's an actual club. What was the thing for this? Pick up a penguin. Pick up a penguin. I picked up too many penguins. Right. Let's read you the joke. How does a penguin build its house? He glues it together. Who would you sign as a new centre back since Zouma can't play too much anymore and Aguerd likely wants to go? We got Mavropanos, and I think Mavropanos had decent. He ended up being our first choice centre back last year before he got injured. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who was out there. Nick, what club did you play for? We all played for Newham United, which was, if you ever watched our 10 years now, we've been doing this. If you ever watched our first sort of couple of years doing post match pint, that's where we used to film it. The club's folded now, don't even exist, but yeah, we filmed it for 2 years now. Let's film it for 2 years. Aguirre looks like the minute a Saudi club comes sniffing, he'll want to jump ship. It's a shame about Zouma because at times he's been brilliant for us, but it just shows the injuries can change players. Yeah, listen, Zuma's a good player, man. He's been a good servant. We had a good couple of years out of him anyway. I don't think he was overly expensive. I think for what he was, good quality player. I'd like to have had him when Everton had him, like when he was that young, because I think he was really good then. I think he wasted his time a little bit at Chelsea. I'll be honest, Caleb. I don't think they're going to be seeing much more business after what we've been doing. We've spent a lot of money. We'll end up in fucking Nottingham Forest territory. Everton. The second half is about to start. What is going on here? They look like they're doing like one of them light shows, but with no light sort of. What's that? Just my telly. Now they do look like they're doing one of these night light shows. They've got no sort of like pyro around the picture of him, but oh yeah, they come. But it looked like we was waiting for Palace. We've been waiting for Palace for about 5 minutes, but they come back out now. Jack Hatcher says, "Hello, Nicky. Good to see you. Well, Antonio took his goal really well. Yeah, he did. He did take his goal really well. And I was just saying, Mickey can score some fucking belters, but they're the ones he normally misses. But he tucked that one away. That's for sure. What happened to that clubhouse? Funny story about that clubhouse. We used it for years and years and years. The club started making arguments with the school about that building, and they wanted it back. But the club were sorry. The club was sort of digging their heels in, and all of a sudden, there was someone turned up from like a health agency, and they condemned the building. But it was a fucking state. I got to say that they condemned the building. I think it's something to do with the wiring, and the wiring wasn't up to scratch or something like that inside. Could have blew us up at any time. But bear in mind, we had sort of cameras, lighting, all of that shit plugged into these fucking dodgy circuits. Actually, one of them did blow up. Funny enough, we was filming a thing. I think it must have been 2018, I think, and it was a thing where we was filming sort of like these talking headshots. Me and Ryan was in there talking about the day we left the bowling. We was doing this fucking one take, and I had the light. We used to have these proper industrial sized sort of like film lights, and I had it filming there. And as we was sort of like taking the last bits of the shot, it blew up in my face. The whole fucking glass shattered in my face. I thought Listen, I was lucky. Nearly all went in my eye. Could have lost my fucking eye that day. It was a big explosion as well. But I always thought it was the lighting, so we got rid of the lighting. They was expensive lights as well. Um, but it ended up it was the fucking electrics in the building. So we got rid of the lights. Fuck all. Patrick Cleary says, "What's the score?" It's 1-1. It's 1-1 at the moment. Second half has kicked off, by the way. Tell Bowley that Zouma and Ings are young prospects and he'll buy them off us for £100 million each. Yeah, fucking. He collects footballers like they collect fucking tarot cards, trading cards, trading cards. I'm getting tired now, boys. I'm not going to lie, but I've got to keep on talking. Otherwise, I don't know. It would just be a Nicky watching Nicky sleep along. We've put Palace under a lot of pressure. There's just points in, we're playing good football. We're pressing higher. It's a very different game to when we was under Moyes. I think it's going to take some of the players a little bit of time to adjust. But there is still like gaps. Look at this. That's fucking shocking. 3 players have had a swipe at him there to get it away. Look, comes to who is that? Mavropanos. Look, one tackle gets past him. Aguirre, weak, gets past him, goes past Soufal, and then Emerson just comes round the back and cleans it up. Come on, boys. Fucking get your foot in. I know it's a friendly, but that was weak. Clever. 48 minutes gone. I'm going to get down to do all the graphics for this, man. For these watch-alongs. We're going to get into the watch-alongs next year. Probably. I'm going to be going to the games. We bought some stuff today, man. I can't wait to sort this stuff out. The boys, I can't say anything because the boys are surprised, but fucking hell. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm getting tired now. Yeah, still 1-1. West Ham Palace. Mickey Antonio scoring a goal for us. Good finish after a mistake from Anderson. I still didn't see who scored for them. Can anyone tell me who scored for them? 120 people watching, guys. If you can hit the like button, that would be brilliant. I'm just going to run. Listen, I've got to get a drink, otherwise, I'm going to end up falling asleep. But I'm just going to run a little ad for 10 seconds. I'm going to run something, and then I'm going to come back. Here we go. I've got a drink. That Kudos ad, by the way, you can get that t-shirt on the store. The link is in the description down below. So free kick to Palace, whipped in, headed away quite comfortably by Mavropanos. "50 minutes gone. West Ham 1, Palace 1. It looks like humid there. I can see people like flapping them like bits of paper as fans. It looks like it's quite warm. I ain't seen any subs. Who we got here? Aguirre's come on. Seen many subs? No, I haven't seen many subs. They keep on. It just shows you how empty the ground is because they keep on showing you the same section of fans filmed from the same angle. Emerson was playing, wasn't he? His first half. So where the fuck was Cresswell playing? Must have been playing centre back. Sloop. Sloop. I haven't seen Cresswell. Where's he gone? Right back. No, because Soufal's still on. Oh, God damn. Come on, let's get some more goals here. Palace are coming forward a little bit more. Always give a free kick. There was a nasty challenge there. Yeah, the card for Souček. That was a bit late, that one. They're arguing with the referee. Palace players. What do they want? A red card or something? They keep on running these fucking like these transition things like they're going to give a replay, but they never give a fucking replay. Stop yawning. You've had a month off. That is not true. I've had 2 months off, but it is nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. I'm entitled to yawn. Devon says, I hope you guys get relegated out of our league. Who the fuck's it your league? Who made it your fucking league? Who do you support? What formation do you think will be our go-to this season? Forward or back? I think you're going to see a lot of chopping and changing, to be fair. A lot of chopping and changing. I don't think it'll be like as rigid as it was last year. West Ham are making a lot of mistakes now. There was just a chance just before that. Everton, best team in Merseyside, even the country. You're not even the best team in Stanley Park, mate. Let alone the fucking country. It definitely ain't your league. Dodgy one. Go on. Oh. Foul high up again. Is he playing right wing? Last time Everton played West Ham, they lost 3-1. Yeah, and we were shite. Oli Olatunji says, Palace till I die, but wishing West Ham best for all next season. Yeah, man, like we got your second game, so I don't wish you all the best for that. But listen, they was the form team last year. We got absolutely fucking pasted there. That was a horrible day. But they was, to be fair, Palace at that time of the season, they was worth their weight in gold. They was the form team. They was the form team. They nearly caught us in the end. Ariel hasn't played, has he? Has Ariel even had a game this pre-season? He's on the bench. I see he's on the bench, and I think he had I haven't seen. No, I haven't noticed him playing. Did think I'd ever seen a game where the front seats look like they've been nicked from the seats from their local pub. Listen, Everton. They got. Is it next season they're going to their new stadium? I'll go back a little bit because I forgot to. Oh God, sorry. Who was working on a fire alarm in the building? Hold on, a couple of weeks back, Nicky nearly broke my heart to see how it is now. Refused to go since we left, but seeing it in the flesh is so upsetting. Yeah, it's fucking horrible now. Someone asked me if they could shake my hand or something. Let me see. Let me see where that was. Darren Rule says, Nick, is it okay to say hello to you and get a photo? You, me, and my son. He's a big fan of you people. What do you mean, you people? I'm joking. And that you have time for the fans. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Listen, I don't understand when people come and have photos. Look, I'm happy to take any photos. I'm happy to do anything like that, man. But like, I don't understand why people want to take a photo with me. But I'm happy to do so. Listen, I even had people asking me for my autograph last year, which is fucking mad. Mad. Kalen says, I don't think he's played, but I think he's only recently got back from the Euro camp. Yeah, I know there's a couple who only got back from the Euro camp, but Souček was in the Euro camp, and he's been back a while and he's played a few games. And so was obviously Soufal, and they've played a few games. France didn't get that far. You know what I mean? Like England, final. That's why Bowen's back. Brazil, long way away. How is your work going? I remember what I met you while you was working on Coronation Street. Was I? Working on Coronation Street? Like the TV program? Or like is it an extra is it Corporation Street? I was working on Corporation Street, is that right? I remember meeting someone when I was working on Corporation Street. But it definitely wasn't Coronation Street. Oh, it was Corporation Street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, it's Scanner, right? Yeah, yeah, Scanner, right. Another Palace corner. Getting a little bit pressed back now by Palace. Still 1-1. In far. Good clearance. Good clearance. Why the French flag behind? It's not the French flag, it's the it's sort of like a neon USA flag. Listen, I heard a thingy the other day, yeah, saying that if you oh, good ball. It's through. Oh my god, he can't get the fucking foot round. Is that Soufal again? No, that was all prize that time. Listen, one touch left, bang it on the right. He's got the feet to do it and all. Good play, Mickey. Mickey, you know what? Mickey's playing really well. It's like old Mickey, carefree Mickey. Great ball and all. That's a fantastic ball. Strike. Oh, Cresswell. Another corner, West Ham. Jake says, how have we looked? Saw the last 10 of the first half. It was basically walking pace. So I think it's a bit warm over there. So yeah, this is not overly competitive game. it is what it is. But you know, just about fitness at the end of the day. Opinions on Fulkrug. I love Fulkrug. I think I like him a lot. If we can get him, this is my opinion, right? If we can get him, we get Rodriguez, which I think is done. So I don't know much about that. That Rodriguez. Palace come forward here. Hold on 1 second. Strike. Great block that. Great block that. Strike again. Oh my god! It went right across the face. Why didn't he? Why didn't he put his foot out? Look, it's on the back post. It's come across the face of goal, and he just let it go. Look, why did he do that? Did they blow the whistle? Devon, the Everton fan, says, I lost a lot of respect for you after you kept Zouma. Yeah, what happened to Sigurdsson, mate? All due respect. Mickey's coming off. Look, they're making some subs now. Yeah, but we got rid of him after that. Yeah, you played him for a little while. You played him for a little while, mate. To be fair, just listen. I'm in the circles, man. Just because it come out in the public, don't mean it wasn't already known. That's all I would say. Right. Enough of that. Anyway, it's all nonsense. Stop arguing. Stop talking shit. Still 1-1. Foul in the middle of the park. He's the weirdest looking bloke I've ever seen. What's his name? I forgot his name. The blonde geezer. He looks like Ken Kennedy from back in the day in the wrestling. Mr. Kennedy. He used to do this. Mr. Kennedy. As they've been going so far, 1 hour and 25 minutes in. Yeah, man, that's all right. Yeah. I'm glad to be Hughes, that's it. As your day going, 1 hour 25 minutes in. Yeah, it's all right, mate. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Wednesday, Sturm Graz versus PSG, 12:25 p.m. E time, 1:25 p.m. PT. Lawrence Watkins says, sorry, step away. We're looking very, very slow game at the moment. Good cross. Oh, he's done him. He's done him. That's a good goal for Palace. That's a good goal for Palace. I got to say, ball come in, back header. Yeah, that's a goal. That's a goal. Done him up like a kipper. Why am I struggling? Why is my internet struggling? That was a beautiful header. That I'm telling you that now. That was a superb little goal. Good ball in. Got in front of the defender, which is still a problem, but that is a superb goal. So it comes in from the left, goes in with Aguero, I think it is. But it's just deft little flick, and it's gone right in the corner. Done for Fabianski nowhere near it. That was a lovely goal. With this much money you guys are spending, so you reckon you might run into FFP problems later down the line? No, no, we've got our shit in order, mate. We're selling people for £100 million. You're pissing me off now, to be honest with you. I'm gonna put you on a timeout. I think. Oh shit! I've removed him completely. Oh dear. Who do you think should be benched if we have Kudus, Bowen, Somerville, Paqueta, and Fulkrug? They should all play. What's that? What's going on here? We've had a little thingy break. Listen, we're not making many subs, but they have had, as I said earlier, they have had a a game earlier on in the day. They played behind the closed doors friendly, and we won 3-0. Bowen came back and Paqueta came back. Bowen scored actually. We've seen no Danny Ings this game. We've seen no Cornet. They all played in the earlier game. No Zouma. He played in the earlier game as well. So yeah, kicked off again. 2-1 Palace. Good goal. We're getting caught out a lot now. It looks like some of the players are getting tired. I don't know why they've. Oh, that's a good turn. That. Oh, good goal. 3-1. God damn, god damn, god damn. Have a good goal though. Fucking hell. Edward scored that one. That was a good turn. He turned around. Listen, I think the defenders are struggling. It's poor. That's poor. I think that's Aguero. Touched around fucking Kilman. And that's nutmegged Fabianski. Fucking cracking goal. That's to be fair, that header, the header, and that was a cracker, that one. Poor clearance from Aguero. Kilman done like a kipper. Good and a good finish. 3-1, I'm afraid. Let's put that score up. Listen, don't worry about it. It's all about the it's all about the fitness. Only fitness. Jack Ramsey said it was simple football, though, Nicky. Disappointing from a defence. Yeah, we're struggling. We're struggling. Why would they play indoor friendly and then have an evening match on the same day? It doesn't make sense. Because they want people to have full 90 minutes. It's all about fitness, mate. Don't worry about the results. You know what I mean? Like it's pre-season. They just want people to get minutes. That's all it is. So they need 2 games so everyone can have a 90 minutes. We've made no subs. Well, barely any subs. And neither are Palace, to be fair. I assume this means since well, yeah, actually it would be. Palace will win this little mini tournament if there's a little trophy, so they could get a little trophy at the end of this if they carry on with this scoreline. Fuck knows what happens if we win it, because then everyone's won one game. Ooh, who was that? Earthy shutting that down. A little bit of pressure, a little bit of pressure. Palace getting a little bit overconfident at the back now. They put a bit of pressure on West Ham, and we crumbled. We crumbled like a digestive left in the freeze dryer. But now it's our time to step it up a little bit. What year did we have a terrible pre-season and have a really good season? I believe we had a bad pre-season in 2002. Year before we went down, we had a bad pre-season. I'm sure of it. Sure, we didn't win a game. And I'm not sure we had the best of pre-seasons on the final bowling season, but we did play a lot of European qualifiers in that. I don't know, to be fucking fair. Yeah, the 15-16 season I don't think was great. I don't remember. We went undefeated in pre-season under Aaron Grant. Do you know what? I was talking to Colton Cole just before we broke up for the summer. Fuck, do I know? Like, under Avram Grant, it was piss poor. What a piss poor team. But as I say, do not look too much into pre-season. Pre-season means fuck all. I've seen West Ham win every game in pre-season and get relegated. There is a sub. Who's this coming on? I can't see it. The quality's not good enough. Emerson's coming off. I can't see who that is. Is that Earthy? I thought he was already on. I thought Earthy was already on. I think him and Potsy have got a big part to play this season. To be fair. I think him and Potsy have got a big part to play this season. This fucking battery's going to run out. What the fuck? Maybe that's why the fucking power's going. Have I got a power here? Oh, it's fucking. I'm gonna have to turn one of the lights off. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. Should be charging it. I had it plugged in, but it was still draining the battery. Yeah, I think Earthy and Potts will have big seasons this year. I really do. Now this screen's going off. What the fuck's going on here? Come on, motherfucker. Screen with the game's gone off. What the fuck? Fucking technology, eh? Can't live with it, can't live without it. It's just going off and on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Lord. Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Why? Sorry, guys. I'll get to comments in a minute. The screen, all of a sudden, I've unplugged something. The screen's gone off. So I've got to find out what I've unplugged and why the screen won't come back on. Oh, here we go. God damn, God damn. There will be lights spreading brighter somewhere. Alan Kirbishley, my spelling still favourite manager. Can't remember why he left. He left because he was motherfucking boring bastard. No, I'm joking. He left because I think it was a ball issue. Have Palace still got Tompkins? Do you know what I asked this the other day? He must be coming up on 10 years at Palace. He left after the bowling season. Never played for us at the London Stadium, I don't think. He must be coming up at 10 years on Palace. That's mad. Can you see us getting Duran with a loan, £5 million fee obligations for, or do we settle for Fulkrug? Do you know what? I could see that happening, but I don't think they're willing to sell before the first game of the season. They don't want him playing against them. I think we'll get Fulkrug, and I think we'll end up getting Duran, and I think they'll end up either trying to sell a couple of players before the window shuts to get him over the line, or I can see them going like agreeing with Villa for a loan, like with a fee and then an obligation to buy, so we can put it into next season's transfer budget. I don't think but they're gonna want to get him playing against them. Globus Elite, were they poor goals? I've got to say the two Palace goals after we score were quality goals, but bad defending. What was that offside? Got more subs. Irvin's coming on for Suchek. I don't think Suchek's going to play a lot this season, if I'm honest. Bad defending, Zouma or Sufel. Zouma ain't playing. Zouma ain't playing. I hope Cresswell gets to play against Ipswich and should have gone back to Ipswich to see his career out, to be honest. Aaron Cresswell's magic. He wears a magic hat. He used to play for. Who was it then? It was Aguirre, who didn't make the clearance, and then it was Kilman that he skinned. What player would you want to sign that we aren't linked to? Erling Haaland. That'd be brilliant. I mean, that's a bit of a loaded question, because you could say anyone. Who would I like to sign? Neymar, Messi. You know what I mean? Like, could be anyone, couldn't it? To be fair, mate, Neymar ain't that much fucking cop anymore. Kylian Mbappe. Ireland doesn't start over Antonio. Yeah, fair play, fair whack. He scored two in 5 minutes tonight against Chelsea. It was funny seeing their sort of their sort of Twitter feed because it was like, "Come on, Chelsea, blah blah blah, get up for it, get up for it, get up for it," and then all of a sudden it's like penalty to City. Haaland scores, and then 2 minutes later it was like Haaland again. 5 minutes. Palace are in here. Good save, Fabianski. Ollie Watkins is a good shout. Ollie Watkins is a good shout. Listen, we had the chance to sign Ollie Watkins when we signed Ben Rama. Um, fucking hell. Like when you think about where their two careers have gone, listen, I know Ben Rama at the time was a more exciting player, but when you think about where their careers have gone, Watkins would have been a great signing. We probably would have fucking sold him by now, though. We would have ruined him. Look, that's poor. That's Aguero out of position again. I mean, Aguero seems to be playing as a third centre back. What's this? The Stateside Cup. There's one of them little mosquitoes in here. again, beaten to the header from the corner. Palace looking decent. Got to say, Palace looking decent. We look like we've packed our bags and fucked off back to East London early. Look, that is poor. That is poor. Oh well. There must be lights burning brighter. What's the it's coming up that we're live on the channel with the Duran and Fulkrog video. How the fuck is that working out? Let me refresh it. Must be a mistake. Yeah, it's a mistake. In here? Oh, who was that? Him. Nearly. What do I think will happen with Qatar? Um, nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't want to. I honestly don't want to start thinking about that Qatar thing. It's it is what it is. What's Aguero doing? Getting crowded out now at the back. They've sort of like identified that we're not comfortable on a ball at the back, and we're struggling to get it out. But we have left the building. Look, we are not on the ball. Look, he's nicked it off him. Final third again. That is where we're struggling. We're getting pressed high, and they're winning the ball off of our holding midfielders and our defenders. Who's my favourite signing so far? Says Devon. I've got one. To be fair, we ain't seen. I want to seed Somerville. I remember a couple of years ago when he come. Look, he's only a 22-year-old kid as well, which is the same age as the Brazilian kid. Which is like, we're building for the future. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some of it. I think he's going to be a superstar. I think he's giving me Bowen vibes, to be honest. 87 minutes gone, still Palace 3, West Ham 1. A few of you dropping off now. Look, if you're on the way out, boys, thank you, and girls. I know it's a late night, struggling myself. The football's been shit. The football's been boring. We're losing. But thank you very much for sticking with us tonight. I know there are other options out there. Ball that. Yeah, run. That's it. So yeah, listen, and I know we haven't been around for a while, but thank you very much for sticking with us tonight. Thank you very much for the chat. Couple of minutes left now. But do leave a like on the way out if you're on your way out. But who's playing centre back? I can't really work it out. There's been sort of like no graphics coming up showing you like who's playing where. But I'm going to assume we're playing three at the back, and I think it's Aguirre, Kilman. I don't know who the fuck who would be the other one. I don't know. It just seems to be like we're all over the fucking shop at the minute. Kaden says they should do an open training session in the UK like they did in the US. See, this is another reason why I don't like these friendlies either. So, I was going to say they can't do that because they see how each other play. They've got these spies going around. Remember the Bielsa and the Lampard situation in the Championship. But they should do something. They should do something like that. But I don't listen. They used to do something like ages ago with like for fans, but they can't even do that anymore. Like I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. In terms of signing things and that, I took my boy last season to a corporate game. We went and sat and had dinner in the. It's my wife took us, and he had a ball. He bought himself a football, and he went down he went down to the car park as I went out and to film some content. And he went down to the car park with my wife to get the some of the stuff signed. They won't sign the shit for him, man. Like they're very arrogant. They're very, but I don't think a lot of the players. I think it's. Listen, I think a lot of them eye behind it, and they say it's the club, but the club do not like them signing things no more. And the club don't like them signing things is because they will sign things on the club website, in the club shop. You know what I mean? Like, but my wife's very timid. If I'd have been there and he hadn't signed that thing for my boy, probably would have dragged him by the fucking hair. To be honest with you, I think it's disgusting. Um, I've been to these training grounds, and I've done it once. I don't chase autographs and things for the fact that I don't like being told no by people that I think bear in mind that I travel around the country. If someone turns me down for a fucking autograph and I've travelled 250 miles up the fucking road to see them, I'll get the arsehole. And it's not because I'm entitled. I just think to myself, and sometimes it's not just for me. I've seen them do it to kids, man. I've seen them do it to kids in the fucking freezing cold. Palace are back in here again. Drag that wide. Some of them are just dicks. They are. Some of them are just dicks. Javier Hernandez was a fucking dick. Victor Moses was a fucking dick. Them sort of people. Javier Hernandez drove around people to avoid signing anything. I saw him with my own eyes. Arrogant dick, in my opinion. A lot of money. Didn't do fuck all. We're about 20 seconds away from the final whistle, guys. Palace have got another free kick. We're not going to win the Stateside Cup this year, unfortunately. That is going to go to Palace, who have played very well. And that, I believe, will be that. Yeah, they've blown the whistle. 3-1 loss. They're shaking hands now. It's minutes under the belt. I'm sure that's what it was. They've had 2 games today. They've played one behind closed doors before they played this one. They haven't. They you know they. It just seems like they're going for fitness, which is good. Listen, it's gonna could be a little bit tough in the beginning. While we're gelling all these players together, we've got a lot of signings. Moyes left us in a little bit of a shitty situation in terms of squad depth and that. So it could take a little thing. Got to be patient with these guys. Got making some good signs. Listen, we could go into that season in 2 weeks' time and start steamrolling people, but it could take a little bit of time. Guys, thank you so much. It is great to be back. Do leave a like. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Congratulations to Crystal Palace. They're going to pick up the Stateside Cup. Go and watch Friday Night Pint. We've got content coming up all the time now. We're going to be filming content every day. But yeah, that was boring. That was a boring game of football, to be honest with you, in terms of West Ham fan. But listen, it was a chance to get some minutes under the belt. Yeah, we're going to be creating content every day. We'll be back, obviously, coming up to the Villa game. As I said, we're going to be at the game next week, but we won't be inside. So I don't know what we're going to do in terms of content for that. Just out of principle, I'm going to do that. But obviously, it all starts again against Aston Villa for the big kickoff in 2 weeks' time. But guys, thank you so much for joining us for this watch along. I need to go to bed. Thank you very much. Go and check out our merch store. The merch store is on the. We're having discussions about the suppliers and all that sort of stuff. We're having a little bit of issue with the supplier of the t-shirts. They was meant to have done a few things and they didn't. But we will be getting in contact with them. So we're going to have some new designs hopefully coming up. But yeah, go and check that out. Anything you buy there does obviously support the channel. Go and check out the Patreon as well. The podcast is coming back this week. I'll be back with Dom and Brian. And that helps the channel as well. But thank you very much, guys, for joining us tonight. One thing left for me to say. Come on, you.